Now here's something we haven't done in a while, a gaming mouse unboxing. And this is like a first look, as I'm one of the few tech reviewers to receive this unit early. This is the Gravastar Mercury M2, a wild-looking wireless gaming mouse. Let's get it unboxed and tested, shall we? But before we continue with the video, let's keep the lights on here in the studio. This video is brought to you by Sneak Attack Design Lab. They're a clothing company that specializes in technical fashion, more commonly known as techwear, and you can see me in their clothes in most of my videos. I've been supporting their brand ever since I met them back in 2019, and now they're returning the favor. Head on over to this link, you can find it in the description as well, to get 10% off your order from their site. Check their clothes out, you're bound to see something badass over there that'll look great on you. Thank you very much to Sneak Attack for this exclusive promo for my viewers. Now, back to the video. So if you're not familiar with Gravastar, they're a brand that does tech accessories but puts their wild, artistic, future punk takes on them. Their speakers and chargers look straight out of a futuristic anime and can either take on their functions as tech accessories or live on your desk as pretty stylish decorations. But for today, we're tackling this, their very first gaming mouse, and I kid you not when I say that it's something that we haven't seen many of before. Right off the bat, we get a loudly designed black and green box with the mouse immediately visible at the center. The overall silhouette is of an ambidextrous gaming mouse, but it has a bionic-looking build. At the back, we can see the full chart of the product specs. The standout ones here are its turbo speed wireless technology, its PW3395DM sensor, 26,000 dpi sensitivity, and of course its total weight of just 79 grams. Alright, I have to say I'm digging this black and green look. Very matrixy. Upon opening up the box, we can immediately see the mouse in all its skeletal glory, inset in a plastic mold that protects it from bumps during shipping. It looks freaky as hell, but in a good way. It's like those Yeezy slides. Lifting up the mouse, we can see that it comes with a few accessories. Its 2.4 GHz wireless receiver that has a similar skeletal motif, pretty nice, and a USB-A to USB-C converter which will act as its dongle extension when paired with a USB-C cable. Alright, it's always nice to see this. Underneath the plastic mold are two additional boxes. One is empty and the other contains the manual, the braided USB-A to USB-C data and charging cable, a full set of replacement Teflon feet, and some grip tape for the mouse. That's a pretty complete set. Good job, Gravastar. Alright, time to head on over to the mouse. I'd like to preface this that I've never been a fan of mice with holes in them. Even though I worked in an esports company before, I was never competitive enough to deserve a super light mouse with holes in them to justify that purchase. So I've always found them weird. And what a way to finally own a hollowed out mouse than the Gravastar Mercury M2. I don't know where to start with this. It's got the usual left and right click buttons, a singular DPI adjustment button, a back and forward button on the left side, a fairly firm and satisfying scroll wheel with middle click, and at the underside we can see the three-way switch to toggle the mouse into Bluetooth, off, and 2.4 GHz modes, and a little stowaway socket for the 2.4 GHz dongle at the bottom end. Alright, it's pretty usual. One thing I don't think I like too much about this mouse is how recessed its USB-C port is. Look at that, it's really going to limit your choices in soft cables that you can use with this mouse. But apart from that, just look at this thing. It's pretty wild out. I actually enjoyed the fact that the internal components are still encased somewhat and not just haphazardly mounted onto the frame like other super light gaming mice do. This kind of design will certainly protect any sensitive electronics inside from dirt, stray hand sweat, or even the occasional spill on your desk, even Cheetos dust. The frame is pretty nice to the touch. It's skeletal, yes, and it's pretty light, but it's finished in this soft touch paint that makes it grippy but smooth at the same time. I can't quite describe it so clear, but yeah, it's a wild looking mouse that'll definitely turn heads wherever you take it. Alright, let's get it tested out. So for testing, I put it through some rounds of my current favorite shooter, Battlefield 2042. And what can I say, I suck at the game, but I had a great time with the Gravastar Mercury M2. I did need some time to adjust to its lightweight as I am used to using really heavy mice like the Razer Mamba Hyperflux and the Logitech G900. But that adjusting only took a few minutes and I was already stacking my deaths up at around the 10-minute mark. The tall and thin shape of the mouse really lends a lot to the comfort of use though, as I have huge hands and I prefer to use a hybrid grip when gaming. It's comfortable and the holes in the body never really bothered my grip during game time. Lastly, the Gravastar Mercury M2 comes with software to further customize the mouse. I'm happy to see that customization is pretty in-depth in the app, but my full coverage of the features of the app will have to wait until my full review. So that's the Gravastar Mercury M2. Don't forget that if you want to buy this mouse, you can do so at the link provided in the video description. There is also a Pro Battle-Worn and the Pro M1 model available that has better specs and the magnesium alloy body available for purchase at their site. And of course, as a special offer to my viewers, you can get 20% off your order if you use the code KEVIN during checkout. That's it. If you have any questions about the mouse, you can leave them down in the comments and I'll try to answer them in the full review. While you're there, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a lot. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.